So by special request of the Weeblos in attendance tonight, I use the gavel for them. Thank you for joining us this evening. We're going to switch around the order a little bit. We have PAC 22 Weeblos here tonight, and they are going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And once they're done, we'll go into the public comment. So Weeblos, if you would like to stand up, come up front, and you can lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
It's a flag. Yeah.
Excellent.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes.
Thank you all so much. Hey, as is tradition at the town of DeWitt Board, if there is anyone that would like to speak on an issue that is not on the board agenda tonight, could you please raise your hand?
I'm not gonna be first and start the new year off right.
Can you
Noon.
just identify yourself for the record? please?
No, it's me here. I don't have to do. I got my tax bill. And guess what? All you people lied last year. My fire protection went up $123. That's 100% increase from last year and the year before. Last year was 159. It's 283 now. And you promised us when you switched over that taxes would go down with this fire protection. And guess what? It didn't. I'm on Social Security. Most of East Syracuse is on Social Security. What is this? Did you promise no tax increase when you did this fiasco last year?
Yes, he did.
There
Yeah,
was.
you did. We got it on record.
It's gonna go down.
It was gonna go down. Am I right or wrong here?
Wrong.
No. You wanna see my tax bill?
No, I understand that your
That's
tax
okay.
bill went up as it was going to, but what we said was it was going to go up less than it would have if we had taken the other contract.
$170 in 2024. $159 in 25. 283. Is that a little bit? No.
It is not, but it is.
No, it's not.
It is less than it would have been with the other contract.
I doubt that very much when the DeWitt Board over there just authorized an $8 million increase.
Not for you, though.
Pardon me?
Not for you.
It's still gonna come out. Who do you think's gonna pay for that brand new $2 million ladder truck? We are. Am I right? Yeah, $2 million for a ladder truck. Is that order?
I believe that was already being paid for by the original.
No, it's not.
It was.
That was how they presented it at their budget.
At the board, I was there. They increased it $8 million.
What's the amount per thousand on your tax bill?
Still too much.
What's the amount per thousand?
Good thing I brought my glasses with me. 108, full value, $188,000.
I know, what's the tax rate per thousand?
100%.
$1.50?
100%.
No, it says on there, it was $1, then it was $1.25, and then now it's $1.50 per thousand.
Well, I don't care what it says. I'm just saying
You
what.
should care what it says, because $1.50 is still.
Well, why did it go up 100%?
Because I bet you your assessment was increased.
So every year it goes up.
Can I say something?
No, I'm not done yet.
No.
Anyways, that's number one. Number two is, everybody got this so-called placard in the mail for recyclable bins. Are we supposed to go out and buy recyclable bins now?
Can I speak to that?
Wait a minute, if I do, all my recyclables are gonna go in the garbage, guarantee it. You know, I recycle my stuff in the house. How am I gonna put a great big bin inside my house? That's number two. Number three is, Connie, you're plowing Kinney Street new sidewalks. Why aren't you doing the rest of the Park Hill, if you're doing Kinney Street with the new sidewalks?
We only do the main roads, right?
Main roads. Are you gonna, in the summer, springtime, paint that yellow for the yellow brick road, the odds? See, you got those sidewalks in? I think you should pay them yellow. This is a bunch of bullshit.
Well, I have to have a little disagreement on your, money and of how much it would cost you more if you had kept the East Syracuse Fire Department. They only asked for $1,800,000 more, which made theirs 2,000,000 something. 13 million now. So how do you even compare that? How do you compare it?
Because they,
Meetings when I was here, how you were going to say what it was in a better place.
fire protection districts do not have the ability to separate residential from commercial or taxation properties. Fire districts do. So whereas the total budget went up in the Northtown by a larger amount of money, that was not spread evenly between the residential and the commercial in the old fire protection district.
You understand? Yes, I do understand it, and they could have changed it if they wanted to.
Who could have changed what?
You guys could have charged the commercial more.
We could not as a fire protection district.
Well, we asked you to become a district and you guys put it down.
And
So
that,
put that on.
that was not,
Yes.
that was not what was under discussion
It-
last year and the year before.
Yeah, it was. To become a district.
That was never in front of the board.
I'm gonna have to bring in one of the chiefs to find out if that's true, because we talked about it. But like I said, it's still, there's no differential between 13 million and 2.5 million.
Your rate as a homeowner would have been higher under the other contract. It would have.
It does go up every year though. But
As I was explaining, yes, unfortunately, the cost of providing services does get more expensive, and it is a difficult balance to try and increase taxes as little as possible. This budget was not the direct responsibility of this board. It was the responsibility of the DeWitt Fire District. And they made their choices for how they felt they needed to raise and spend the money.
whatever, you guys. We're not gonna forget it, you know that. And things are coming in the future that you might not have known about.
Is there anyone else? He was first. He was first. Let me get it. Yeah.
Okay, I just, couple quick questions.
Yes,
That mailing we got about the recycling, but you're gonna elaborate on that.
I can. Yes.
I called that day and they said it was an error.
Basically, I can explain what was not intended that was sent in the letter. Yes.
And, it seems like pretty expensive. Send how many thousands of
Yes, I would agree with you.
error.
Yes.
But, you'll explain that. Secondly, as far as the town of DeWitt taxes, which we've all received notice on, mine went up $234. Now I can attribute that to a raise in my assessment last year of $34,000. Okay. My neighbor, next door neighbor, paid his taxes today, and the assessor office said you can expect an assessment increase again this year, which will make it $4 years in a row.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about that?
I,
mean,
I actually have not had a chance to talk to our assessor yet about what it is going to look like this year, but it is absolutely one of my priorities for talking to him and seeing what we're looking at.
The previous three at 30,000 plus a year. It's getting hard to take. Thank you, Max.
Yes.
Just have a few questions. We follow Rourke. I live in the Franklin Park area, 12 Langport, Glendale Port. Last year, we got a letter about the pipes, the lead pipes. And so they told us to send pictures. So I did that and they said, yes, we received your pictures. We'll get back to you. Nothing. That was last year. So then we got that scary final notice about the water meter, which we had questions about. So my husband came down to the clerk's office and she said, I really can't answer those questions for you. We'll have somebody call you back. That was probably more 6 months ago or maybe a little less. Now I got this letter in the mail about the lead pipes. So what's the deal? We don't know what's going on. We obviously the lead pipes have been a problem for decades. And so when it gets to the point now where it's dangerous, we're going to do something about it.
So I am not a fan of that letter that you're holding up, but on advice of the
Who wrote it?
Wait, yeah, just let them talk.
on the advice of the county health department and our own attorney, they said, don't make any changes to the letter. It is a compliance letter that we have to send based on federal regulations. And so even though we sent the same letter last year, they said, just send it. It's a compliance letter. If people come and have questions about, well, I already got this letter, they said, just respond that, yes, it is the same letter. But things have been, we can check specifically to your situation to make sure that we got the pictures that you sent in and what.
I mean, I have
status
the
is.
email. If I have the email. If
If
you
you want to
need
give me
it.
your name and number, I'll have somebody contact you.
Okay, yeah, because we don't know where we stand.
Yeah.
Are the pipes supposed to be changed? What are we supposed to do? And the other thing was the water meter.
Mhm.
Like, we had questions about that because I did a lot of research on the company that's supposed to change the one.
Mhm.
Not good reviews at all from people who have had work done by them. So that's what our question was. And nobody has gotten back to us.
Okay.
So we don't know where we
Are you
stand.
calling the water department directly?
Yes,
The water department?
Yes.
Okay, I'll follow up. on
We
that.
have had some staffing. We have added staff to the water department with both the lead pipe issues and the water meter changes going on so that they can adequately respond. So it is our expectation that they are not leaving you without a response.
so are we in danger with this, with the lead pipe? I mean, we obviously have been drinking this water for years.
So obviously lead pipes are a danger to the community. The issue is we don't expect that there are a lot of lead service lines in the town of DeWitt. The issue is that proper records were not kept for all of those years to say that we know for 100% sure that they are not lead. And the federal government is putting that in this giant unknown category that to make sure that the water is safe to drink for everyone, which is very reasonable. We basically have to go through the process of positively identifying that everything that is unknown is not lead. But that is going to take time to do because it's all underground.
Okay, so somebody is going to assess each property, is that?
So as part of the water meter changeover, the person that is changing the water meter is doing an inspection of the pipe that comes into your house. And they will be able to identify whether that is lead, whether that is galvanized that may have been attached to lead, or whether it is something else. If it's something else, you're fine. That's a part of it. We'll get every meter with that meter change. Every home that's in our system will be checked at the connection coming into the house for lead. We then have to go through and check all of our service pipes, and that's going to take a little more time
Right.
to make sure.
I get that.
Okay.
But, so with the water meter change, because nobody has called us back yet,
Mhm.
does that cost us money?
Not directly. The system is covering the cost of all of the meter
Only if we
changes.
Use that company.
Yes, the system is being paid for by the contract. They're the subcontractor that is doing that. Beyond what is done, we are doing more. Every person that is coming to your house to change a meter is going to have their vehicle is going to be identified with a giant magnetic sticker that says that town of DeWitt on it, correct? So it says on there. They are all going to have identification that they need to show you right at the start to identify who they are. And they will have all gone through background checks through our police department to make sure that they do not have criminal records that would say that they should not be in our residence homes.
Because I don't let anyone.
Yeah, no, 100%. We are making sure that there is not going to be an issue with the people that are coming
And
in.
so once this new water meter is put, and I assume some people have already had this done.
Yeah, I have myself.
Okay, so when this water meter is put in, if there's some kind of catastrophe that happens, that's not on us, right? Like because
Like what kind of, I'm just,
like if something happens to destroy the property or, you know,
if anything kind of happens that's a malfunction with the meter installation, then you let us know. And I mean, I would lean on the lawyer, but my guess it would be,
That have gone and destroyed driveways, we've gone and
right.
we've made,
if we're causing trouble, you know, if we're causing problems, they have to pay for it on your property. There's nothing that says we have to fix that for you, but that's our practice is that we do.
I did some
Yes,
people
do
get
that.
that letter and we never got that letter.
Which
But my cousin up the street got it.
And I wrote that letter. I did not mean to scare anybody who received that letter. I took a lot of that from what I'm told to send out. So
But why did some of us not get it?
I think she's still sending them out.
there's a lot
It was 6,000 letters going.
of letters going out.
Who's gonna pay for this line change over? You got lead pipes. Who's gonna pay for that?
so if it is within the system, like basically in the roads, our service pipes, those are our responsibility. The town will have to do it. If you have service that goes from the curb stop to your house that is lead, that is the homeowner's responsibility. But we are working, we already have a committee put together. We are working on identifying funding sources or projects to be able to help homeowners that have to replace lead services so that it is not a large out-of-pocket expense for them. Were there any other questions? Yes, Mrs. Cooper.
Anybody want to hear some good news? Please, although I understand what you're saying, because I wasn't informed this about the fire department, but Mrs. Cooper, good evening, Max, and welcome.
Thank you.
You're gonna earn your salary and you're gonna need an increase. I made a new friend, Max. Dr. Gupta. Stop by my house. Thank you, sweetheart, for making me one of your friends. Here's what I want to tell everybody. The town has been through a lot. The old administration did some things, and people were not happy about. But even though you're not happy, let's work together. Let's disagree, but let's be agreeable to try to move on and get some things updated, some things done, because our town is growing, Micron is coming, and we're gonna have more people moving into our community. So we're gonna have a higher tax base. Now, my daughter's taxes went up, but I lived in Chapel Hill, I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, I lived in quite a few places. Where can you go? You call the police department, 911. I think she was sitting over there. Where can you be talking to 911 and they come to my house immediately? I've seen where it takes 15, 20, I've heard people say a half hour to call 911 and to get medical care. So when your taxes go up, you get the kind of services. Rocco, if something goes on with the grate outside my house, I call his office. He makes sure, and sometimes he'll even come himself and get the grates and stuff so that the snow and the water doesn't come out. So in all, I just say to everybody, I'm going to be 80 years old in May. This is my second time being cancer-free, and I'm happy. I'm happy to come and greet you, Max. I came over to let you know that Ms. Cooper is going to support you. I'm going to be there for you like I was for Ed. I got your phone numbers. Thank you very much. Thank you for being my new friend. And to everybody in this room, we have a town that is growing. We have dedicated people who work very, very hard. So let's get behind them and let's support them and let's move on and let 2026 be a bigger and better year.
Thank you very much. Okay,
To the commission.
okay,
Can I ask one more question?
yes.
Is there anything new going on with the? What do you call that? Used to be the.
Oh, Shopping Town? I do not have at this moment,
It's another 30-year project.
I do not have an update at this moment on Shopping Town, but I'm hopeful that we will soon. So, hopefully.
So they haven't given you any updates on it.
Yeah, I don't have anything at this point, unfortunately. No. Did you have something? you wanted?
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of put it out there. I know there's a lot of concern about the lead in the water or in the pipes. I was a health commissioner here, and that's what I oversaw quite a bit from the county health department. There's a lot of collaboration between different departments and different town members. We certainly will make sure that we see through that to the best of our capabilities, and we'll be open to any feedbacks, any ways you can we can make the lives better in our, because I live in this town. I don't have that issue because my house was a little bit newer, but at the same time, that is a very important issue. And I think Rocco can talk about some of those things. Is lead water is being randomly tested at different times, and county actually does monitor those things. Not every house, but the water in our county, in our town, is very safe to drink. I drink tap water. I don't drink any. If I go to my friend's house who live in those areas where you're mentioning, I don't drink bottled water. I just drink tap water. And I think you can be reassured we have a great team. So just wanted to put it out there. Thank you.
Is there any update on the story?
Yes, so I can give you an update on that. Aqua gave a presentation that I was able to attend by Zoom this afternoon. They are on track for construction, hopefully being done this Friday, and the line will be repaired. Once the line is repaired, they need to recharge it, and the county health department needs to test the water to make sure that no contaminants or anything got into the system. And then they will be able to fully send that water out to the system. They are still hopeful, fingers crossed, that by this weekend, Monday at the latest, that they will be able to lift the conservation order and that the system will be back to normal. I do want to thank the community. They have noted that the conservation efforts have been successful rather than the water levels dropping. They stabilized. They even started to come back up a little bit in the eastern reservoir that was what had dropped perilously low. So we're good with the level of conservation that everybody is doing right now. If we can continue that this week, then we should be able to have normal water function, hopefully by this weekend or next week. Okay. If there are no other questions, I did want to say something quickly about the the recycling letter that did go out, the board did approve sending these stickers out. The point of the stickers was that the Onondaga County Resource Recovery Agency is no longer providing blue bins. There are still some blue bins hanging around that were repurposed from the city of Syracuse when they went to recycling bins, but they are not giving out new ones. And so we knew we were going to run out. Rocco, are we currently out or do we have any?
Probably have 30 or 40 left.
Okay. So we have only 30 or 40 left for the entire town, and we are not getting more. The best solution that we could come up with at the time, the cheapest to our residents, was that rather than mandating like Manlius and the city of Syracuse has done of just immediately moving completely to a covered bin, a 90-gallon covered bin that was going to be purchased by every resident, that we would allow people to use the blue bins as long as they had one. But then when their blue bin broke and there was not a replacement available, that this sticker would be able to be placed on any covered container that could then be used as a recycling to identify recycling for the trash hauler, since we couldn't get blue bins anymore. That was the intention of the board. Nobody on the board saw the letter before we got it ourselves as residents. So that's where I say it was a mistake. The board never discussed a March 1st deadline, and the board never discussed it being mandatory. The idea is that this is when you no longer have a blue bin, this sticker would allow you to still recycle without having to go out and make everyone buy a new bin while recycling bins were still available. Later tonight, the whole board is going to have a bit of a discussion on how we want to get that information best out to the community. But as of this point, I have been responding to people that have emailed in with the following email, and I'll just kind of read it out for you. If you currently have a blue bin, you may continue to use it for recycling. The highway department still has a limited supply of blue bins available for residents to pick up. Once that supply is depleted, residents will be required to purchase their own covered recycling container from a retailer of their choice. If you wish to switch to a covered container now and have a usable blue bin, please return the blue bin to the highway department. That way, other people, that we can reuse those blue bins for other people. If your blue bin is damaged, please label it trash and Butler will collect it and throw it away. Unfortunately, and ironically, blue bins are not recyclable. They just have to be trash. So that is the status for right now. That is what I have been informing residents that have emailed or called where we stand. So that is our policy right now. Later tonight, as a board, we'll talk about it a little bit and determine how best we want to disseminate that to the community. Were there any questions on that?
Yes, my name is Shirley, but Max, I went to the recyclable on Janesville Road today at 3:00, and they charged $2. They charged me $2 to bring my recyclables into the station. But my concern was that I had to wait 45 minutes in that line. And that line was congested right to Janesville Road. I needed to come down and make a turn. And all of us had to cross over. And it's so dangerous because the trucks that were coming into the right side over across the street were flying. And so I don't know, what can we do to make sure, to ensure that the residents' safety is at first, because they were flying down the right side. And then we all had to get in the line. And we were in the line on the left side to get into the over 40 to 45 minutes. So that is my issue and my concern. What are we gonna do and how can we address that with them regarding that traffic concern? Because I had to make that U-turn and I looked and he just 2 minutes, he would have hit the front of my truck, but I needed to go around. So my thing is traffic pattern and safety issue for our residents.
I will absolutely take that concern to Okra. Rocco, is that in the town of Onondaga over there? Okay, so we'll check for contacts with the state and with the town of Onondaga to talk to them about if there's anything they can do to address the traffic pattern or anything over there, but I will definitely take that to Okra.
30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
35 cars in line.
Okay.
There's nowhere else to go and turn because we need to keep that road clear so they can come. Or maybe tell them to slow down because the trucks that work on the right was flying. There was nowhere for us to go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Residents are not required to take recyclables, are they?
Not required, no, but it is one of our, it is something that people can choose to do.
Some people choose to take
Yeah.
it.
Well, they said because I had too many, they said normally if I would have had 2 or 3 boxes, it would be okay to put out with my trash, but not no 30 or 50 boxes for me to bring them in the truck so that the buck can keep up their speed pace and get moving. That's why I took it. That was the first time I went and seen all the lines in traffic.
Yeah, it's
Normally if it's 2 or 3 boxes, put it on the curb, but not no 30, 40 or 10 or 15, it's too much.
You over there again, will you?
okay. Seeing no other public comment, clerk, can you call the roll?
Supervisor Ructichel,
Here.
Counselors Alex,
Here.
Chiarenza,
Here.
Gupta, here, Hood, here, Mannion,
Here.
and Stevenson. Here.
You should have us, the new people on the board, say hi,
Introduce themselves.
introduce themselves.
If you two so desire to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Patricia Stevenson. I grew up in East Syracuse and then over in Franklin Park. The right side of yous might know me. Welcome Webelos, my brother lived with me. So, my contact, all of our contact information is out there. And if you have any questions personally, give me a shot.
Hey, good evening. My name is Indu Gupta. I live in town of DeWitt for more than 30 years, where I have practiced medicine. I was a health commissioner, and now here I am because a lot of things which happen at the town actually makes a difference, changes the dynamics of the community. So I'm here to serve and take everything very seriously. I know this community quite well, and I am a good listener. As a doctor, I should be, but now as a town councillor, that's what I intend to do. So I'm here to learn from all of you and serve all of you alongside with my own colleagues. So thank you.
Going forward, Max, I wanted to ask you, I know, prior to when we had Ed, we had, a communication, concern regarding how can the residents of DeWitt contact you? Is your hours Monday through Friday? What is your email? I mean, how are you going forward with communication?
So,
with residents?
Yeah, so the contact information stays the same, supervisor at dewittny.gov for an email. The phone number is on the website.
Yeah.
It's extension 5.
Yep.
Right, for my office. I am in the office every day. And so if somebody does want to meet with me, please call ahead of time and set up an appointment. I'm just saying from experience right now, I am in a meeting about half the time. So if you just come in, I may already be busy. But if you call ahead and want to meet with me, I am happy to meet with residents. Okay, the first thing on our agenda tonight is authorization to hire clerk 1 for planning and zoning. Ilana, if you want to present it.
I'm here to request authorization to hire clerk 1 in planning and zoning with a starting salary of $18.11. Jordan Lewis is who we're looking to hire, and I think she'll be a great addition to the team. Her main jobs would be to back up Kyle on the phones and at the counter, and to run our Laserfiche program, which we've really started and we want to take off and spend more time with to scan all our old files. As many of you know, we lost one of our part-time clerks in October, Sharon Halpin. And Sharon also was the ZBA secretary and she did all our accounting. So both of those duties have fallen on Julie. Now Julie is planning board and ZBA, she's secretary, she does the accounting, manages the office, a whole bunch of other things. So she's pretty busy. We're trying to get her off the counter and phone. And we're really excited to get this Laserfish project going more.
Are there any questions for Alana?
No, glad you found somebody.
Do I have a motion to approve? Joe, second from Sarah. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Okay, our second agenda item, purchase a plow truck.
So highway budgeted for a new plow truck this year and calendar year. Highway budgeted for a new plow truck this year and calendar year 2026. So we received 3 quotes, a Mack, a Volvo, and a Freightliner. The Freightliner being the lowest price that met our spec with Henderson Equipment for $262,925.29. So we'd like to move forward with that purchase tonight. If the board has any questions on that.
Do you have an estimated timeline for when we'll receive that?
About a year for the equipment. The truck should be here in about 6 months. The equipment is still pretty far behind.
Is there a thought that we might have it before next snow season?
No.
Okay.
How much it's gonna cost?
$262,925.29.
Is that with the plow?
Plow equipment, yeah.
Is that with the sander?
No sander. We reuse our
When
stainless.
you make these specs out, do you make it out so a specific company bids on them,
Nope.
like in old times?
Nope. We got Mack, Volvo, and Freightliner. Most of
What's
our,
wrong with Western Star?
well, the Freightliner was cheaper
Carolina, I know it's the same company, Tracy.
than Western Star, yeah. Yep.
Are there any other questions on the plow truck purchase?
I just have one question. Rocco, was there why one is expensive than the other? Why if it's
Just brand
just
specific,
the
yeah.
brand?
Yeah.
And their functioning should be,
Yep. They're all spec with certain horsepower and torque ratings.
okay.
Seeing no other, I'll take a motion from Joe, a second from Carrie. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes.
Right, we're getting rid of some road trades.
Once we receive that, we'll probably get rid of a 99 Volvo that we have. Yep. Come back to the board for authorization to auction that.
Auction it.
Yep. It'll be over a year away.
You don't put that for auction or scrap it?
Auction. Yeah, we auction everything.
Is it gonna be in the paper?
We put it on Auctions International, so it goes all over the North.
So does it go on auction go?
Auctions International we use, and it goes over the Northeast, so 3, 4, 5 states.
Authorize to hire an MEO.
So we have a 1 MEO position. We have an excellent candidate, Brian Zoll, was a 20-year New York State DOT employee and actually a supervisor in the state DOT. So he is he went to the private sector for 4 years, so now he is looking to get back into a municipal job. So we'd like to bring him on at step 11 at $32.81 an hour. And we got all of his paperwork through the comptroller's office. We'd like to start him tomorrow, January 13th. Anybody have any questions on Brian?
Oh, is he?
No, we can't talk about how old candidates are, so.
Maybe I.
Do I have a motion to approve? From Patricia, a second from Sarah. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
We have the town board minutes from the December 22nd, 2025 meeting. Were there any comments or questions about it? Bernard, was that a motion to approve?
Yeah.
Okay, motion from Bernard, a second from Patricia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
May I abstain? Because
You may, you do not need to, but if you want to.
If you weren't here, you can still vote on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then the last thing that was added to the agenda at the last moment, related to the change order for the electric speaker boxes, for upstairs in the glass, for the counters. Related to our security updates at town hall. Does anybody have any questions about that?
Should that be an executive section because it's contract related?
I don't think it needs to be. I mean,
Only if you want it to be. It could be if you want it
if
to.
you have a question that you want it to be, we can.
I'd like to have a little bit bigger discussion.
Okay, that's fine. We'll move it to executive session.
Okay.
Okay, are there any town board updates that anyone had to share? Okay, then the only one I had was just to bring up the recycling letter and disseminating the information out that I described. Does anybody, we can send out, we can put it on social media. We can send an email to those emails that we have, mostly through the recreation department. I don't really want to send another letter because of the cost involved. Okay. And then we're responding to and we can put it on the website as well.
The website.
Yeah.
So since there's so confusion, I think it's the department can make a FAQ. You know, we just do this and it just becomes visually very clear for people.
Yes.
Instead of having it too wordy.
Yep.
So this becomes very easy. Did we get the sticker? What do we do with that? Or we have already, can we use it? That could be, FAQ format.
I think that's a
And
great
then
idea.
also
Yeah.
circulate through the social media and people can share with each other. I think that would be the best way to do that.
Receive a lot of calls.
Probably, not too much. No, slowed right down.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know whether it makes sense, whether it can be put it in some stores. Because people were going in, Home Depot or somewhere to buy it.
My guess is Home Depot is going to be happy to
Yeah.
have people just buy as many things as they can. So
So a library, we could put in the library.
that's true. Yes, we can for both libraries. Yeah.
I guess after the fact that they're not gonna supply the blue bins anymore, while you're using it, if you just cover the blue bin, is that not can't you just?
You don't
Can.
cover it and I have to win that board
Yeah.
to cover up.
Yeah.
Gotta have it zip tie or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, something, yeah. You said it, you started this, I didn't.
You know the food covers that like Saran Wrap makes, they're elastic and you just put it over a bowl?
Butler will leave it at your.
Yeah, they're just gonna leave it. Yeah. I think with the recycling bins, I mean, if you can't, so like I, for myself, to make sure stuff doesn't roll around, I make sure my papers are at the bottom. Anything heavy cans or glass is at the top so that it weighs it down. I think as long as we're on the recycling, the blue bins, it will be an issue that we'll have. At least with the rain, there's drain holes in the blue bins, so it does drain out.
So is there any timeline that if there's an open blue bin, that Butler will not pick it up?
Not at this time. We have another year on the contract with Butler.
Yeah.
I believe that's where we are.
Yeah.
We will have a conversation with the whole board about how we want to go forward
Right.
when we need to rebid out
Right.
our garbage contract.
Butler agreed on all these things. That's the contract with them.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, well, that was all I had for the regular agenda tonight. We have a couple of executive session items. So do I have a motion to enter into executive session? From Bernard, a second from Joey. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we're now in executive session. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you, Weeklos, for attending and sticking it out. Students, if you need signatures, you can come up and anyone can sign them for you.
See ya.
I got a signature.